Hello, and thank you for tuning in. You are tuned into Esoteric Guidance, Extraterrestrial Earth Angel. I'm going to get into another tarot reading, and I think I'm also today going to be posting the next how many ever chapters of the next from the canonical text, the ancient book of Jubilees. That is in a play. There's a playlist, okay, containing containing previous readings of that, okay, on this channel. So if you check the playlist, if you have not heard the others readings from that canonical text, much of which a lot of the details about the truth, okay, are revealed there again. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into another reading. And I was, let me find, get something to set this up here. I was, sorry about that. Awakened this morning at, I want to say 2:34, okay? And then again this morning 10:22. So 122. That number is like, man, I just heard intrinsic. So in some cases, collective, numerologically, there are number sequences that are intrinsic to your journey, okay? These numbers are numbers that you see on the frequent basis, okay? Could be sevens, okay? Could be threes, could be nines, could be eight, whatever it is, fours, whatever. These numbers are intrinsic to you and unique to your Akashic records and unique to your journey, and they tell of your journey. Okay, numerology tells of your journey. Okay, there's also tales of your journey, TALES. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get going. I think some angel numbers first. Let me grab my phone in case there's something that we need to look up. And it's 1, 2, 0, 0 exactly on the time, on the clock. Okay. It's 12 o'clock. Okay. All right. So 12 represents a finality. Okay. Again, we see it 12 months in the year as divine guided spirit beings on this earth to set up that 12-month calendar. Okay. Even though man has doctored that. Okay. So the first month of the year is actually March. Okay. And not January, but man calls it January. Okay. So intrinsic numbers. I hope you're doing well today, collective. I hope your energy is of the light. And let me go ahead and say this, and I think I'm going to start including this. I should have did this a long time ago. You could be implementing something or being guided to implement something that you should have done, or, yeah, a long time ago, even if you did not have the wisdom or knowledge at that time. So, Divine, again, thank you so much. I am, what I'm going to say is to anyone who attempts to block, shadow ban, or copy this video, Divine, ancestors, send plagues to their house. Okay? It could be a YouTube employee. It could be the YouTube CEO. It could be a private investigator. It could be a doppelganger. It could be a I said former. It could be a former parent. It could be a former parent, a fake parent. It could be a sibling, whoever it is. If they try to block this video, stop this video from being seen, stop the circulation of this video, or copy this video in any way, witchcraft against this video, against this channel, ancestors, I charge you to send plagues to their house, to their bloodline, to their family. Okay? Because they're not stealing anything that's not theirs. Not from this earth angel. Okay? Not from this one. Okay? One, two, two. I already see it. Okay. One more. So in last night's reading that I did while most of you were sleeping, I'm in Southeast Asia, and so for those of you who are in the U.S., the majority of my listeners are in the U.S. from looking at the analytics. Like 70 something percent or something. 144 was one of the numbers that appeared on a card. Okay, so here we go. Okay, also this is 144. You see how that is? All right. Okay, or 222. So 2121 says energy levels. That day you're waiting for will come. Maintain discipline. You're getting closer to your end goal. There's no end goal. There's no need to overextend yourself. So take a deep breath, collective. Okay, divine has you. Your ancestors, they got you. Take a deep breath. Guard your energy to remain focused. It will pay off. It's a climb, not an elevator ride. Trust in you, and that's trust in the universe down there. You see that? Trust in you. Okay, and yourself, obviously. 1414 says, light it up. Focus on your needs, desires, and hobbies. Everything is more accessible with a light attitude. The art of allowing. That's what that is. You will be blessed with a new opportunity, a new friend. I could use a new friend, and that doesn't mean that I am lonely, okay? Because confirmation, it's rare that I don't feel lonely, even though I've been in isolation and hermit mode for 3 years. I am definitely one of those beings that thrive in isolation, okay? And that's one of the things that perhaps for you, collective, that the enemy did not expect. Okay? So they were trying to isolate you, okay, separate you from your friends, your family, those who actually believed in you or trusted you, okay? Their goal was to separate you, get you isolated. That is an enemy tactic, is to isolate you. Okay? Get you by yourself, okay, and torture you or murder you. Spiritually or physically. Both, however. Okay. In addition to your family, okay, that could be a starseed child or a pet. Good vibes will speed up the process. Okay, and I am in good vibes. I hope you are, collective. And then we have high vibes. Ooh. Okay, so we have high vibes right here. Right on the next card. Love or other happiness lurks just around the corner. It will be something much better than your wildest dreams. A rare opportunity, an exciting encounter with like-minded people will exceed your expectations. All right, universe, I trust in you. Exceed my expectations. Okay, let's go ahead and get some tarot and tarot messages. Collective, do not forget to do your clearing work, your cleansing work, okay? Every day. Every day. Okay? Every day. Every sunrise. Every sunrise. Dragonflies today. Dragonflies today. I was outside enjoying my cup of coffee this morning, and dragonflies. There was dragon just okay, and I've not seen that um, in a minute. Okay, so many dragonflies. Okay, but dragonflies. Okay, we'll look that up in a moment. Mm. Collective, you got a love coming in. Collective, you got a love coming in. I think all of the angel numbers mention some type of relationship or chance encounter. You might have already had that chance encounter. Okay, you may have already had that chance encounter. You know something? Ooh, you know something I've been thinking about? The people that I've met on my journey since leaving, since arriving in LA actually, and then flying to Southeast Asia, Malaysia originally. Uh, 4 or 5 months ago, however, May of this year is when was the last time I was in the U.S. May of this year was the last time I was in the U.S. Take a look, collective. I am stirred. I am stirred. Okay? I am stirred. Okay? So, Hierophant, Knight of Pentacles. I was standing outside today and I saw a red, the first one that I have seen. And then if you listen to the reading yesterday, this will be significant for you. Or the one that I posted, the most recent one, prior to this. If you listen to that video or reading, then you will see that Bentley came out. So for the first time since I've been in Southeast Asia, I was standing outside this morning, enjoying my coffee, and there was a cherry red Bentley, okay, sedan at the traffic light. The first one I've seen in Southeast Asia. Okay, so collective confirmation. Okay, you are a star. This could be celebrity energy that's coming in. Okay, we'll see what names come out in the tarot. In the stack. Okay, could be a celebrity of any sort. Again, this could be a local celebrity. It could be a high vibrational attorney. That's a local celebrity. So you think about, let me think about in the U.S., a nationally known attorney, John Morgan. Now, I don't think John Morgan is high vibrational. Okay, John Morgan is, yeah, I don't know what John Morgan is. Okay, but John Morgan, Morgan and Morgan, okay, is the world's largest injury attorney law firm. Morgan and Morgan is the world's largest injury attorney firm. They have like 3,000 attorneys around the world. Okay? So, that would be a celebrity even though they're not on stage as in Rihanna. You know what I mean? Okay? That is a celebrity. Okay? Your local fire chief, your local deputy. Okay? That is a celebrity. Okay? Also, you could be hearing news about crimes and things happening in places that you lived before. I was watching the news, or I wasn't watching the news, it was a news clip about a murder in Ormond by the Sea in Florida. Ormond by the Sea is on the beach side in Daytona Beach. Okay? Or just north of south of Daytona Beach, I think, Ormond by the Sea. And there was a police officer who went into a convenience store and the clerk shot him 15 times. This is in the last like 72 hours or something. 15 times they shot this police officer. Okay, the store clerk did. Ormond by the Sea. That is 5 miles from where my accounting practice was on Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach. 5 minutes away. I had clients that lived in Ormond by the Sea. One of their names is Sherry. Sherry's last name is Brianza. Okay, she was a marketing specialist, I guess you could say. Primarily focused on in the cosmetics industry. Sherry Brianza. Okay, she was from Illinois. Okay, Southern Illinois, from what I understand, if she was not lying. All right, so you could be hearing stories about crimes happening in places that you once lived. All right. Okay. Three of Cups. Okay. So this Three of Cups here, I just heard wish come true. But this Three of Cups here, speaks to that group or whoever you're going to be meeting with, perhaps. Okay, it could be spiritual work that you all end up doing. And when I say spiritual work, I mean healing work, okay, of some sort. Okay, it all is healing work, but specifically on the spiritual side. Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles collective and the King of Wands, and I'm holding this King of Wands in reverse. Okay, so all right, that's no doubt the individual who was either supposed to be with you on your journey, okay, or the individual who was supposed to come to you with the truth and they failed to do so. It was 1802 on the video timer. That is 99. Okay, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, now divine masculine male, divine feminine male, divine masculine female, divine feminine female. Okay, you could be in this Queen of Wands energy. Okay, it is showing in the upright. Okay, so you could be aware on the defense. Okay, there's nothing wrong with being on the defense. Okay, and with that Ten of Swords, okay, that is justice for you and detrimental, okay, to the karmic. Okay, but that's their choice. Okay, remember that. That's their choice. We all have a choice. We call it free will. Divine Lifestyle cards, thank you so much for the collective. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel and continuing on your journey. Again, if we never even meet, I was going to say something about gaslighting earlier, about be careful about it, but then it comes out. Okay, so be aware of gaslighting. Gaslighting those who are fishing for comments, who are commenting on your posts, commenting on your channel, commenting on your social media. Okay? Because they're trying to gaslight you. Okay? I can cuss a motherfucker out and keep on moving and not be upset, angry, or anything else. Just continue happy as can be. Okay? Don't let them get you out of your high vibrational North Node energy. Okay? $20 exactly on the video timer. 20. There's definitely something about transparency in seeing 2020. Okay, there's something significant about that at this time. Here's the package that's going to be delivered to you, collective, at some point in time in your journey. Again, with all of the promises of these earth angel numbers, I said earth angel numbers, that these speak to, all of them. Okay? They speak to a new beginning, a package. This package could be a person. Okay? I heard perfect package. Chernobyl, bioweapons, Operation Lack, collective. Do me a favor. Do yourself a favor. Do the universe a favor. Okay? Go look up Operation Lack, LAC. Go look up Operation Lack. Okay? And read a little bit about that and find out what Operation Lack was about. Okay? LAC. All right? I said cover up, okay? And I mentioned a Sherry Brianza, who primarily, she's in her 60s, but Sherry, again, Maybelline, L'Oreal, she worked for those companies. Before I met her, she worked for those companies. And we have makeup here, okay? So it could be, see that? Okay? Or the devil is trying to cover up their face with makeup, conceal their identity. Okay? You can't hide from divine source. You want to know? I haven't said this in a minute. You want to know how if someone believes in divine source? You want to know if someone believes in divine source? Watch their actions. If they act recklessly in life and mistreat others, do not function in unconditional love, that doesn't mean a doormat. Those individuals do not believe, because if they believed, they would not be functioning in the ways that they function. If they truly believed in divine source. Warlocks and witches, karmics, they don't believe in divine source. That's why they do the things they do, because they think they can get away with them. It doesn't matter who it is. It could be Bernie Madoff. It could be, what's the guy whose the Ponzi schemes are named after? Something Ponzi, whatever his name is. Okay? All of these individuals, assassinators, okay, they don't believe. Okay? Because if they did, they wouldn't function the way that they do. All right. Okay. So we have the stack. And we're going to go ahead and take the tarot cards. Interestingly, we did not get any tarot messages. I'm looking at Madrid. Cynthia fell out. Cynthia. Okay. Get all of this together here. And his insert. So pay attention to nature today, collective, and how Gaia is speaking to you. All right. So let's go ahead and see what it is that Divine wants to reveal to us at this time. Okay, on gaslighting, we have a paradigm shift. If you don't let them gaslight you, collective, you will go into this paradigm shift. Bob Proctor, and the Proctor Gallagher Institute. Proctor Gallagher Institute. Bob Proctor. Okay, look them up. They're on YouTube. Bob Proctor. They have been doing what they've been doing for a long time, talking about paradigm shifts, how to get into the paradigm shift. Again, Abraham Hicks, get into the vortex, okay? All speaks to is your high vibrational self, your purest, truest version of yourself, and the art of allowing. That's significant at this time. The name Johnson, okay, could be the gaslighter, okay, or Johnson's being gaslit. Okay, they could be gaslighting your Johnson, divine feminine men, divine feminine or divine masculine men. They could be doing that on your Johnson. But a paradigm shift. We are in for it. Man can't stop it. Politics can't stop it. Trump can't stop it. Patel can't stop it. Biden couldn't stop it. Nobody. And any other leader in the world. No one can stop it. Okay? Reincarnation of child as your parent. Okay? So, in some former life, okay, you were the parent and now you're the child, or you were the child and now you're the parent of this being who was your parent or the parent of a child. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, however it resonates with you. But there's a reincarnation of a child as your parent. Okay, happened already or will happen. And lovers, on the other side of lovers, we have look into Jeremy. So investigators, look into Jeremy. Collective, if you have a connection to a Jeremy, look into them. Okay, Jeremy. Do not call them Jesus. Issa or Yeshua is the name. Do not call them Jesus. Issa or Yeshua is the name. And listen, collective, you don't have to call them Issa or Yeshua just because I say it. Trust me, if you do not address them as they truly are, again, look it up. How can you spell Jesus without a J in the Hebrew alphabet? Mary would not have named them Jesus. They would not have, because she couldn't spell Jesus, Jesus, because there was no J in the Hebrew language. So what is their real name? Again, you can... My job is to disseminate the information. Okay? Empaths, your job is to disseminate the information. Readers, clairs, your job is to disseminate the information. What the people on this planet do with it is their responsibility, not yours. So they may not believe that Jesus' name is Issa or Yeshua, and they will continue to call, even readers, they continue to address them as Jesus. Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, and this is on a dream will come true. And this is definitely talking about these angel numbers here. Okay? A dream will come true. Dreaming of you tonight, of holding you tight. All right. Okay, collective. Look up your animal spirit. Okay, that may help you today to determine or to help you to see or understand better what you're going through at this time. Your animal spirit. You have multiples, but look it up. Okay, find out what your animal spirit is. Most often, these are associated with the animals that you are drawn to most. Okay, that's an easy way to start. Okay, so I am heavily drawn to elephants. I am heavily drawn to canines, to dogs. Okay, dogs represent loyalty. Elephants are master rememberers. Okay, elephants are master rememberers. Um, okay, so look up your animal spirit. Okay, uh, you can also find out information when you look at your birth chart. Okay, and I know spiritually one of my spirit animals is the seahorse. Okay, and the seahorse is one of the few species on where the male gender is self-reproducing. Okay, so the seahorse does not need a woman. Tisha, the seahorse male does not need a woman in order to bring new life into this 3D place. The Hierophant and Tina. So Tina or Tisha could be this Hierophant collective. Could be you or not, someone else. Okay. A highly intuitive, evolved being who's been here many times before and over lifetimes gathered the information. Okay. And now they are here to share that information with us once again. Thank you so much, whoever you are, Hierophants. Okay, Tina and Tisha, Christina. Okay. On the landlord, we have a coven of men. I don't think I have to explain that. And something about a hug. Okay. Someone misses your hugs. There we go. Someone misses your hugs. All right. Secrets being revealed through this paradigm shift. Secrets being revealed through this paradigm shift. Divine is allowing. What is divine allowing? On the star. So that you can step into your star energy collective, whatever that is. Again, it doesn't have to be on a stage with a microphone and a stadium full of people. It doesn't have to be that. Okay? But whatever that star energy is for you, collective. Author, meaning a writer. Artist, star energy of any sort. Again, this is just you being in your high vibrational self and living out your truest, purest form possible. That's all that is right there. That's all that is. And this paradigm shift and the secrets that are being revealed is going to put you into that space. Okay? Your gifts and talents make room for you and place you before mighty men. That's what the religious book tells us. Okay? Your gifts make room for you and place you before mighty men and women. Someone is dealing with health concerns at this time. I mentioned artist, and we have a painter. Okay. These health concerns, okay, could be because of drug usage. Okay. Whoever that is, they're now feeling this, whatever they were trying to send to you, collective, or for a time more successful. Okay, so whoever was sending this to you could be the individual who has the health concerns. And in some cases, okay, and a painter. An artist artist. They could be a commercial painter. Okay, they could paint commercial buildings and that sort of thing. All right. Bill, Billy, or something about someone's bills. Okay, so there you go, collective. There's the two-timing player who's now in the 10 of swords. All right. Again, however that resonates for you. Male or female, again, men and women can be hoes, whores, prostitutes, men and women. Okay. Concubines are behind your spiritual warfare. Again, coven, click, whatever. A bunch of clits is behind your spiritual warfare. And these are the ones who are trying to cover up their face or disguise themselves in some way. Free to be single, collective. I've been saying it for the last couple of readings. I am free to be single. So, starting in Libra season, which we are coming upon, what's today's day? Yeah, we're getting ready to go into Libra season. I am free to be single, okay? And mingle. And that's what I'm going to be doing wherever I am, okay? I could be in, I don't know where I'm going to be next month, but wherever I am, let's say I'm in Okinawa, okay? In Okinawa, I will be free and I will be out mingling, okay? Not fucking, mingling. Back out into the social scene. Back on the scene, crispy and clean. You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. You should get with this because this is where it's at. That's you, collective. You're where it's at. You're where the abundance is. You're where the abundance is flowing to. Okay? So when divine releases you from your hermit mode, okay? Maintain your boundaries, but have fun, okay? With other high vibrational energies because they are out there. Your soul tribe, they are out there. Okay? Free to be single. I'm not waiting on anybody. Okay? I'm not. I've done that way too fucking long. Okay? She drag ass, fuck her. Okay? He drags ass, fuck him. Okay? I know what to say. Time to embrace the dark side. Okay? Again, balance. Okay? Light, dark, duality. Okay? Time to embrace the dark side. Okay? So someone could be going through the dark night of the soul or an ego death at this time. You, collective, or someone who is involved in your energy or involved in your life in some way because they are in the Five of Pentacles energy. Okay? When going through the dark night of the soul and ego deaths and that, you have to embrace the dark side. You have to. Okay? So the emotions, the anger, the frustration, the humility, the whatever it is, the putting down of your sword, whatever that is, okay? Allowing what you cannot control, okay? To be released. Whatever that is, okay? Embrace the dark side, collective. Okay, you could be a Leo or Leo in your north node, Leo sun sign, Leo moon sign, Venus placements, okay, Jupiter placements. Check your birth chart. Okay. Next we have Korean. Someone's Korean. Okay, or something about Korea that will be coming out, north or south. I said clairs. You're clairs. Here we go. We got clair. Clairaudient, hearing. Clairsentient, nose. Okay. Any of those clairs. Okay. Those could be heightened at this time. If you do embrace the paradigm shift, those things are being heightened at this time. Clairvoyance, okay. Medium energy, okay. Psychic energy. The name Lance is significant at this time. The name Marsha, Marshall, okay. Okay. And the delivery package. California. Okay, so this could be information coming from California. The package could be coming from California, or you reside in California and the package is being delivered to you in California. The karmics could live in California, the coven, the cult, any of them, an individual or the collective coven could be in California. Renee, first, middle, last name. Okay. Gen Y. Okay. So Gen Y, you could be dealing with, we have the lovers out here, so someone could be younger than you. Okay. Let me put this card down. Someone could be younger than you, collective. Okay. There it is. Okay. Or older, it doesn't matter. Okay. Whichever you are. If you're 25, chances are they are older than you, right? Okay. But yeah, okay, so Gen Wire. Cam Thaddeus, Cameron. Could be something about a cami. That's clothing, I know. I can't picture what a cami looks like, but there could be something about a cami. Thaddeus. In the Queen of Swords, Cameron or Cad, Cami, how I said Cad, could be in this energy. And we have Jerry. Okay, male or female. Jerry is a unisex name. Okay, it could be spelled with a G. Okay, Jerry. Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry could be in cahoots. Tom and Jerry. Let's go ahead and pull some randoms, and then we will get out of here. All right. Again, as always, thank you so much for tuning in. If there are investigators and spies that watch this channel, thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, you can watch all you want to. All right. Again, collective, thank you so much for being a part of the journey here. All right, let's go ahead and get some randoms. Thank you so much, Divine. Show us further clarification on the energy that is currently here, the paradigm shift, the love union, and the earthly abundance. Who is working with us? Who is working against us? Who is working with us and who is working against us? Who is working with us and who is working against us? Who is working with us and who is working against us? Okay. The CIA hunts people. Anything else, Divine? Marcus, I think that came out last night too. And a drug addict. I've been speaking to a drug addict. I mentioned an overdose of some sort. Heroin, cocaine, methamphetamines, fentanyl, whatever. Okay? And Marcus. Again, okay, and asthma. Okay? So physical health concerns, someone could be dealing with asthma. They could have not had asthma in their life until they started messing with you, collective. And once they started messing with you, then their lungs began to be blocked and they could have difficulty breathing. your husband, collective, whoever this is resonates for, if you have a husband, females, some of your husbands are in another relationship, sexually specifically. This could be a DL relationship. They could be doing hotel rendezvous, okay? And fucking men's booties. Or letting some man fuck their booty. Okay? Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender. Okay. Again, I don't know why Australia is significant at this time, but here we go. Australia. I don't see much in the news about Australia. Maybe I need to look into news in Australia. Australia and the Lois. Okay, Lois Lane, Superman, Clark, Kent, any of those names. Okay, Christopher Reeves. I don't know who played Lois Lane in the original Superman. Took items from your trash, collective. Someone took items from your trash, and look, investigators, see, look, fled overseas. Fled overseas. So I hope whatever country they're going to has an extradition treaty with the U.S. or whatever country the crime was committed in. So some of us was raised by someone who's not our mother, or is just a karmic mother, okay? A vegan. The false mother could be a vegan, or you could be a vegan, okay, collective? You could be being guided, not necessarily to be vegan, but to have a cleaner diet. It was 4713 on the video timer. That is a very significant, very significant. 4713, thank you, Linda Robeson. That is very significant. Also, 9/13, 1996, Tupac Shakur's murder. 9/13, 1996, Tupac Shakur's murder. Okay. Okay. So someone's a backseat driver. So someone's busy trying to tell you how to live your life, but their life is fucked up. They can't breathe. They're being suffocated. Okay, but they're trying to tell you how to live your life. Often this is ministers. Male or female, often this is ministers. Look at the interview, collective. There was recently a raid, an arrest in a church court in Tampa, Florida. Go look at the interview or previous interviews with that gentleman, and I don't recall his name. Let's go ahead and look that up real quick. He was asked about spending $30,000 on clothes. $30,000 on clothes. And he was like, well, I swept through my clothes. And in an interview, he was like, well, I swept through a lot of my clothes. And he said, another thing he said, God just doesn't want your money. God wants you to give your assets, your land, your what? What? So you're trying to tell me that divine creator who created this place and the beings upon it, despite the Anunnaki and Nephilim contaminating the spirit, contrary to all of that, or aside from all of that, you're trying to tell me that Erevat, divine source, the Most High, Lord of the sheep, Lord of the shepherd, needs your house, wants you to give your land away to a minister, your assets? Come on. So I'm going to go online. I'm going to find this. Let's see if we can find the shit they try to pull off, collective. I'm getting the shit they try to pull off. Let's see. All right, well, that's loading up. Okay. You are dealing with a sociopath, someone who has antisocial personality disorder. Antisocial personality disorder. Okay, so let me take a look at this. Two self professed leaders who used physical and psychological abuse to coerce victims to solicit teens of millions in donations federally charged in arrest. Okay. Oh, that's in Michigan. I clicked on it. Okay. So the defendants, David Taylor, 53, any synchronicity, Michelle Brannon, 56, were arrested today in North Carolina and Florida in a nationwide takedown of their forced labor organization, proclaiming it's a church. Mm, mm, mm. David Taylor, Michelle Brannon. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can get a picture of this goofball. They really don't believe, collective. I'm telling you, they don't believe. That's why they do the shit they do. Look, they don't believe, collective. That's why they do the shit they do. David Taylor and Michelle Brannon. Same thing with Ronnie Dennis in Hinesville, Georgia. Look it up. Same thing. These were back to back raids on different religious entities. Okay? Back to back raids on different religious entities. Georgia and Florida. Could be something about Florida Georgia line. You could like Florida Georgia line. This name and a fire sign. Okay. Again, we saw Leo. So Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. You or them. Okay. Archangel Metatron, Enoch, is granting you access to your Akashic records. And this is going to cause an unrevealing, an unraveling. Archangel Metatron, who in the Bible is Enoch, that was their earthly name. Confirmation burp. And another one. Okay? We wrestle not against flesh and blood, collective. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. I'm going to shuffle the stack of tarot real quick before we go. Grab something to eat. It is lunchtime here. In fact, let me check the actual time for synchronicity. 12:51. Came out anyway. That's why I was smiling, because it was the Jubilee. It came out anyway. Okay, I just kept shuffling. It still came out. So that's a confirmation. Here's the Eight of Wands. Okay, here we go. Okay, you may only meet this divine masculine or divine feminine once you are released to get back out there. You may meet them only when you do this. Okay, I often say that my divine masculine watches the channel. Okay, but I have no confirmation on that whatsoever in the 3D. Okay, I don't know them. I have no idea who they are. Okay, don't know them by name, don't know them by energy. I have no idea who that is. Okay, So is it possible that they don't watch the channel? Absolutely, of course. Okay. So here we go. You may only meet this individual once you, again, are released from hermit mode. Okay, but there's an offer. Okay, Two of Cups. I keep getting the song You Are So Beautiful to Me. All right. I think that's it, collective. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in. Again, my name is Nehru. This is Esoteric Guidance, Extraterrestrial Earth Angel, here to help us all become our highest, purest, truest form. The best way that I do that is to live it, is to show you. Okay? So how do you heal yourself? Well, I can help you with that. Okay? How do you alchemize demonic energy? I can help you with that. Okay? Not because I'm this above you spirit being, but because I have lived those things. I've manifested healings in this physical body. I have 3 kidneys. Okay, the third one was received on 7/7/17 after 4.5 years of dialysis for our new subscribers. Okay, healed myself of seizures at the age of 8. Did not have to have arthroscopic knee surgery while in the military. Okay, so also healed myself of whatever the karmic was poisoning me with when I was living with her. Okay, so again, I can't help you with everything. Okay, but when it comes to certain things, I am not afraid to say I am a master. Okay, I am a master. You could be a master builder 11, 22, or 33. Some things I am a master. I am a master alchemizer. I am a master healer. And I have no problem saying that because I know I am. So when you know who you are, collective, walk in it. Mamba style, walk in it. When you know who you are. Okay? Trust fund. My hand was just on the card and I just pull out trust fund. Okay, so we have Gen X and Gen Y. So this, I keep saying I'm going to go. Gen X, Gen Y, where's the Gen X? Where's the Gen X card? I know it's a blue card. Okay, wherever that gin, someone could like gin. I keep saying that. Someone could drink a lot of gin and juice, sipping on gin and juice, laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind, rolling through. All right, so there could be a Gen Wire and a Gen Xer that's coming together. Okay, again, I mentioned age difference, right? And a trust fund. Collective, thank you so much as always for tuning in and be encouraged.